to our presentation over the 2016 congressional races of Arizona.
Narrated by yours truly, Brenna Worm
and Tyler Baines.
John McCain is the five-term U.S. Senator for Arizona, holding his seat since 1987. He ran unsuccessfully for president in 2000, losing the Republican nomination to George W. Bush. In 2008, he successfully received the Republican presidential nomination, ultimately losing to Obama. Barry Goldwater held the seat prior, where he was also a five-term senator. He was also the Republican nominee for president in the 1964 election, losing to LBJ. This Senate seat has switched allegiances between parties several times, where the voter base of Arizona has been primarily white. Issues of particular interest to Arizona include immigration, border control, and the Affordable Care Act. McCain won the Republican primary with 51% of the vote, where 48% of the Republican electorate chose to vote against the 33-year incumbent and former nominee for president. Many Republicans view McCain as being too liberal and untrustworthy. At Trump's immigration speech at the Phoenix Convention Center, the crowd booed twice at the mention of McCain's name when speakers congratulated him on winning the primary, showcasing his unpopularity within the Arizona Republican base. Currently, a poll showcased McCain with the lead ranging between 10 and 15 points, where over time he's remained ahead of Kirkpatrick the entire campaign. The Senate debate showcased several issues such as immigration, where McCain argued that the border must be secure before immigration reform can take place, and Kirkpatrick favored total immigration reform. McCain favored repealing Obamacare compared to Kirkpatrick, who felt Obamacare has helped many people and we shouldn't take it away from them. Another major issue was the Supreme Court nomination, where Kirkpatrick attacked McCain in the Senate for not doing their job, where McCain argued that he would rather have 8 judges than another liberal justice. McCain's changing positions on Trump may hurt him. Coincidentally, after Arizona's August 30th primary, McCain continued to slowly revoke his endorsement of Trump. Although Trump has considerable support among Republicans in Arizona, indicated by his winning the primary, McCain could lose his seat if both Trump supporters and conservative Republicans choose to vote for Kirkpatrick. Whether McCain can replace this lost support with more moderate Republicans and Republican-leaning independents is the question. 2/3 of the voting population lives in the Phoenix metropolitan area. Ann Kirkpatrick is from Flagstaff, a Democratic enclave in northern Arizona, so she is less known in Phoenix. Suburbs in the Phoenix area also lean heavily towards the Republican Party. This race could also be seen as not being competitive, as the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee and the National Republican Senatorial Committee combined have contributed less than $50,000 on the Arizona race. We forecast John McCain winning by 14 points, where he will maintain his lead over Kirkpatrick and gain additional support from uninformed voters who will cast their ballots in his favor due to name recognition.
District 1 has historically been a Republican district. However, Kirkpatrick, a Democrat, won the seat in 2009 and again in 2013. For the 2016 cycle, Ann Kirkpatrick of District 1 decided to run against John McCain for a Senate spot. In doing so, Kirkpatrick relinquished her House seat. Republican Paul Babu and Democrat Tom O'Halloran are facing off for the open seat, making this challenger versus challenger. It is now any person's election. During a debate, Babu claimed O'Halloran is a big spender who wants to continue government expansion into Washington. Babu also advocated for tax cuts, letting small businesses create new jobs. O'Halloran argued that he has more experience from being in the state legislature and the state senate and running a small business. Both agreed that protecting coal jobs is critical. District 1 has 2 of the largest demographics besides whites in Arizona, Latinos and Native Americans. They occupy 19.7% and 20.1% respectively. According to the Arizona Secretary of State, the polls have regularly shown a preference among Arizona Hispanics for the Democratic Party, making Latino vote important for Democrats. Furthermore, Latino turnout has been increasing. The 2012 census indicates that turnout has increased by 37% from 2008 to 2012. District 1 houses Gila and Coconino County, which also has a high Native American population of 15 and 26% respectively. On an 8-year span from 2008 to 2014, the counties respectively averaged 63 and 66% in voter turnout. It is a fair assumption that the Native Americans who tend to vote blue help win votes with their large population. In addition to demographics, redistricting has had a pivotal change in District 1's elections. 2 years after the 2010 census, the Arizona Independent Redistricting Commission proposed a more balanced set of districts. The Republicans had an edge due to redistricting, although District 1 historically had more Democrats. The 2010 census led to Ann Kirkpatrick's loss to Paul Gosar. However, the AIRC allowed for more competitive districts, prompting pundits to point to this as a factor for the Democratic Kirkpatrick to get her seat back. After calculating percentage of party IDs in Arizona, it is clear looking at this graph that although there have been a net loss of both Republican and Democratic voters, Democrats of District 1 have lost less voters overall. This could be due to a variety of factors, including the redistricting changes from the AIRC and/or increased Latin American and Native American turnout. Besides these long-term factors, Babu has also lost the favor of the GOP. His intimate relationship with another man and his maltreatment of students at a boarding school crippled his popularity. O'Halloran, on the other hand, is starting off at a clean slate. At an August 2016 poll, his favorability started at 26% since he was largely unknown. By an October poll, however, he was up at 44%. Already experienced in Congress, the people of District 1 believe he is a qualified member to represent them in Washington. Because of the long-term factors discussed and the unfavorability of Babu, we predict O'Halloran to win by 12 points, 6 points above the poll average.